Hey guys, Katie here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to share with you guys a very easy, delicious, family-friendly crock-pot recipe with you today. This recipe was inspired by a dish that I had cooked for my family a couple years back. It was a Tuscan chicken dish that was made with some fettuccine, and it was pan-fried and made all in a nice little skillet, but it took forever to create. And now that I am back to working full-time and our family has pretty much activities Monday through Friday and even on the weekends, we need something that's going to be easy to make that our whole family can enjoy. And so that is what this dish is inspired. This is a Tuscan Chicken and Orzo crock pot meal. It's really easy to make and I'm excited to show you. Okay, so for this recipe, we are using 3 chicken breasts. This recipe originally came from, I think it's Joe's Cooking or Joe's Cooks, but we changed it to kind of fit our family's needs. But we increased the amount of chicken just because we have 5 people in our family, but I think if you have 4 or less, you can get away with 2 chicken breasts. So next we're gonna need some chicken broth, some orzo, some heavy whipping cream, sun-dried tomatoes packed in oil, baby spinach. I'm using this Kinder's Italian chicken seasoning. We also have some regular Italian seasoning, garlic powder, pepper, onion powder, and then salt. So first thing we're gonna wanna do is to cut this chicken in some chunks. You can cook them with just the chicken breast. It takes a little bit longer in the crock pot. I like the chunks just because it saves us from having to like cut them later, and we all get like a nice equal serving. These up like this. My family really loves this recipe. I think the star ingredient is the sun-dried tomatoes in here. We kind of came across sun-dried tomatoes a couple years back when we had that Tuscan chicken recipe, and since then my family has really loved using them in recipes. Another thing that I like, you know, the original Tuscan chicken recipe we made, we had fettuccine, but this one uses orzo, so it's still that pasta, but it works well in a crock pot dish or a slow cooker dish. And it still has that like flavor of pasta, so that's what I like too. All right, so we're just kind of cutting these pieces into equal sized chunks. We're just gonna add it right in there. Don't forget to just spray down your crock pot so it doesn't stick. All right, so we got our chunks in there. We're gonna add on the seasoning. Okay, so now we are gonna just season up our chicken, and then we're gonna add in our sun-dried tomatoes. I always say just kind of measure with your heart. I'm seasoning with some salt. And then some pepper. All right, and then season with some garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so we're gonna add a nice little drizzle of that. And then we're gonna add the onion powder. I'm adding about a teaspoon. This is Italian chicken seasoning from Kinder's. Love this seasoning. I don't have a lot yet left, so I might end up using all of it, but again, season with your heart, like that. And then we're gonna add another teaspoon of Italian seasoning on top. So now that we've added our seasoning to our chicken, we're gonna cut up some sun-dried tomatoes. We're gonna add about a cup of chopped sun-dried tomatoes. Not in the oil. These really add a ton of flavor to the dish. we're gonna chop them up. And now we're gonna add them in over our chicken. And then we're gonna add about 3/4 of a cup, maybe just slightly under, of chicken broth. Now we're gonna put our lid. We are gonna cook this on low for 2.5 hours. This can cook between 2 to 3 hours on low or 1 and 1.5 hours on high. All right, so we're gonna let that cook at about 2.5 hours and then check it. It usually cooks on low between 2 to 3 hours. Make sure your chicken's fully cooked until you move on to the next process, or high 1.5 hours. What's nice is that this cooks a little bit faster than a regular crock pot meal because the chicken is cut up into pieces. If you were cooking whole chicken breasts, I would probably cook it on low between 4 to 5 hours. So after this is cooked, we are going to add the orzo and the cream and the spinach and the parmesan. All right, just wanted to take a second to show you guys something. So these are old potatoes. I was trying to organize my little pantry, I guess, open pantry here, and I got some new potatoes from Costco. These ones are old. I don't plan on cooking with them because they're kind of soft, but I was planning on planting potatoes this year, but I just didn't get my starters yet. So I'm actually going to just use these, some old potatoes that are, you know, their eyes are forming. So I think maybe this weekend I might plant them. I saw this method where you plant them in like a laundry basket or something that looked kind of interesting. So that might be the next video you guys see because, oh, there's like a little plastic thing on there, because I need to get them planted and I'm kind of excited. And I have all the materials. I have the soil and the hay for it. So yeah, also there's this little guy here. This is ginger and this is like starting to sprout. I don't know, maybe I could even plant something like this as well, since this is old ginger we didn't use. And we're back. I have the cavalry behind me, watching me, helping me behind the camera. I'm just grating up.
So good.
I'm just grating up about a cup of Parmesan cheese. There is nothing like fresh Parmesan cheese, guys. You can't go back once you go to the fresh Parmesan. That stuff in like the can that you buy in the grocery aisle is so gross after having fresh Parmesan. So we're just grating some fresh Parmesan. We have about 2 minutes left on our chicken, and then we're gonna chop up some spinach and add in our heavy whipping cream. Okay, is that like a cup? Yeah. No, is that, did you do more last time?
I did more. I did like a cup and a half.
We like to overload it with this fresh Parmesan. All right, so we grated up some cheese. We're gonna be using this as our last step. We're gonna set it aside along with our spinach. But right now we're gonna check, and if you wanna zoom in here to see how yummy it is. Make sure it's ready. You wanna check for the doneness. Ooh, oh yeah, that's definitely done. Kind of cooked together, so we're gonna break up some of these pieces. It's like falling apart, so I can tell that it is done. So we're gonna add our orzo, we're gonna add our cream, and then we're gonna cook this, what did we say, 20 minutes?
20 to 30 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes until our orzo is just nice and tender. You don't wanna let it get too mushy. So I'm gonna go ahead and add our 1 cup of orzo. I added just a little bit more on there. And we're gonna mix that in, and then we're gonna add a cup of heavy cream. All right, we're gonna pour that right into our pot. This is gonna be so good, you guys. Penny, what do you think of this recipe?
It looks cool.
But you've had it before. You had it last week. Did you like it?
It's one of the family favorites, especially with the
the family
The
favorites.
tomatoes, the
Sun-dried
sun-dried tomato. Oh, it's my favorite.
I did tell them how much we love sun-dried tomatoes. So, all right, we're gonna let this cook for another 20 to 30 minutes. And then once that's done and our orzo is nice and tender, we're gonna add in our Parmesan cheese and our spinach, and it will be ready to go. All right, we're checking. There's about 6-ish minutes left, but I did want to check on it really quickly. This is looking actually pretty delicious. Wanted to check on the orzo, make sure it was cooking okay. And honestly, this is looking pretty good. So I think that we can go ahead and add, sorry for this noise here. I think we can go ahead and add our Parmesan and our spinach. So I have about 1 cup of Parmesan. You can add as much as your heart desires. And then I have some spinach here. You want to add about 1 cup of chopped spinach. This is a little less just because we didn't have enough spinach, but that's fine. So I'm going to put my spinach in here. A great way to introduce some greens in there. We're going to add in our Parmesan. Ooh. We're gonna add in all of that Parmesan, and then we're gonna mix it up, and then we're just gonna let this heat up and the time it takes to wilt this spinach, and it will be all ready. Super excited. This is so good, you guys. It's gonna be so delicious. Time to let that spinach wilt, so we're gonna pour a little bit in our bowl here for Miss Penelope. She's gonna be our taste tester. Don't mind the dogs in the background.
The eating.
The eating. I'm gonna give her just a little bit. Are you hungry? You want like a whole meal or?
Just a little.
Just a little bit? Okay. Have you had this recipe before? Have you had this dish?
Now I remember it.
Now you remember it? Do you like this dish? Is it kid approved?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. All right. All right, I'm gonna try some of this creamy orzo.
Oh, it's good.
All right, so I just wanna show you guys a little bit up close. That looks so delicious. I love that the chicken chunks are already kind of cut up. There's little flecks of sun-dried tomatoes in here.
I love those tomatoes.
You love these tomatoes?
Yeah, they're good.
That is so good. As always, it's so delicious. It's creamy. You've got the orzo, which is like your pasta. It is a pasta, but last time we made this in like a regular pan, we had fettuccine, so the orzo gives you that pasta feeling. Very rich, very creamy, very delicious, and the sun-dried tomatoes really give you that it's so good.
Have another bite.
It really gives you that pop of like freshness and flavor and sweetness, and the chicken is cooked like perfectly. So definitely a family favorite. We love it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I love it. You want the rest of this one?
I want one.
You want your own?
I want just one piece of chicken.
All right. Well, thanks guys for joining us today. It is Penny approved. It is so delicious. This is a really great meal to make, especially midday. It doesn't take very long. Penny's in the background chopping away. But it's a good meal to make midday and have for your kids once they get home from school. Or if you've been in the garden and you want to take a break during lunch to pop this in. Definitely a delicious recipe. I'll put all of the ingredients below along with the recipe for you guys so you can follow along. But if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and click subscribe to follow along. I think I am definitely going to plant those potatoes this weekend and show you guys how to do that from just food that you have around. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.